Good morning. How is everyone? Can you guys believe we are in September? That's insane to me. All right, second device is showing I am live. So hello. We're going to chat a minute. Let the notifications go out. So I did go to flea market on Saturday, and then after I went to Ashland County Flea Market, I also went to Betty's, and I got some fantastic stuff. Fantastic. I got Northwood opaline glass. I got hi Roxanne. I got Fenton. I got some more of the glass shoes. I got such good stuff. It is all still wrapped up in my car because I also got a fibromyalgia flare up and have not been able to bring it in and clean it all and get it ready for a resale. Hi, Lemmy. Good morning. And if you have a chronic illness, you know that sometimes, even if you're trying to live in a bubble, you're still going to have a flare up. And, it can be anything from uncontrollable stuff like weather changes to controllable, slightly controllable things like exposure to chemicals. I had tried a new face wash last week because the very expensive organic face wash I use, I was trying to find something that's not so expensive, and no, I think that contributed to the pain flare up. Plus, my face broke out. And we're definitely going through weather changes. It was 90 last week. Last night, it was a low of 49. Still supposed to get up to 81 or 82 today. But then Saturday, which is my niece's wedding, the high is only supposed to be like 63. Oh, and it's an outdoor wedding, outdoor reception. So weather is an uncontrollable factor. Tad is doing okay. He's doing the round of specialists and doctors that they wanted him to see after he was discharged from the hospital. So he is focusing on that. And the big thing we need to do this week is get the pool closed up because the neighbor's large tree is dropping so many leaves into it. And with the temperature being cooler, you can't get in the pool to get all those leaves out of the middle. So, gotta do that this week. Look what I picked up to wear in my hair for my niece's wedding. Teen bride. And actually, I love, Roxanne. I love the guy that she's marrying. Casey's fantastic. So it's not that I'm just teen bride, but I thought it was cute. So pick that up for the wedding. I also have a new outfit. Good morning, Alice. Her colors are pastel blue, pastel purple, and pastel pink. Those are her wedding colors. And I don't look good in pastels. So I'm going to wear like royal blue. And my shirt's got some rhinestones on it that'll go with the rhinestones and the hair clip. Thanks, Alice. Yeah, I'm really going to miss going over and swimming. And I only ever tried to stay in the pool like an hour. Because it seems like if I'm in the pool longer than an hour, then I don't get as many health benefits because then it starts to hurt more because I've been in there moving around for too long, and I don't want to get burnt. So just tried to do an hour every day that the temperature was above 80 for the last month. And I did get a nice tan. Still cannot get over it being September already. It's just crazy. Somebody had posted that we were in the burr months, and I never thought of it that way. September, October, November, December. Although being 80 something a day is not gonna feel like we're in a burr month. So everything I've got for sale today, except for one thing, are things you guys have seen before. They just have taken a markdown. We didn't really do anything. I mean, Saturday I shopped and shopped because I hit, both the flea market. And let me tell you about the flea market. So we're walking around, and they had a nice amount of tables because sometimes we've gone, and a lot of the people that are selling vintage items are at like a different or a bigger flea market in Ohio, and they aren't at this little one. And they definitely are, Alice. But they had a nice amount of tables because it's also a craft sale, and so you get a lot of, sometimes it's just almost all craft tables. So I'm walking around, and my niece was with me, and we found one table where I found a fantastic set of mid-century salt and pepper shakers. Wait until you guys see these. They are so cool. But that was the only thing we'd found so far. And we had a really nice conversation with that lady because it mixed in with her salt and pepper shakers that she said someone had given her. She was trying to convince me to take, she had 3 boxes of them, small, but 3 boxes of vintage salt and pepper shakers. And she was trying to convince me to take them all. There was no way I was taking that many. But she had a hat pin holder mixed in with these. And I pulled it out and I said, "Oh, this isn't even a shaker. This is for hat pins." And she goes, "Oh, really?" I said, "Oh yeah." And I told her about it and told her why. Um, she goes, "I have hat pins. This is so cool." And she put it back in with, I wasn't going to buy it, but she put it back in with her stuff. I thought that was really funny. And then she's like, "How do you know so much about this?" And I said, "Well, last year my niece bought me some hat pins at a garage sale, and I did a deep dive into hat pins and hat pin. There are only 2 tables left to go to in the whole flea market. We've hit all the tables except for these last 2." And we get to the second to the last one, and I see a glimmer of colored glass. I think I see under some like Tupperware container, not even brand Tupperware, like cheap off-brand plastic containers with lids. And I pull it up, and there's glass, colored glass. And then I move something else, and there's more. And then my niece is like, "Hey, Claudia, hey, Claudia." And there's a piece of Northwood opalescent. Oh my goodness, so much glass. And he had it hidden under all, like he did not care that it was glass. He did not know its worth. He was just trying to get rid of stuff. Good morning, Diane. So I picked up colored glass and antique milk glass. Some of it still got quite a bit of the original paint left on it. Such good pieces. Oh, so excited to bring all of this stuff to you guys. But we didn't think we were going to find anything. That was the second to the last table in the flea market. And I ended up spending a large amount of money. I don't know that I've ever spent that much at one booth before, one table. Because he had he had like 4 tables. He's in the middle of them and walked over. I just kept finding more stuff. So super excited about that. And then ran over to Betty's And Betty's, if you don't remember, is my sweet spot. That's where I always find stuff. But they go in and they get paid to clean out people's houses and just take out what the people don't want anymore. Or if someone's died and had no relatives, they'll get paid by the bank to come in and clear the house so that they can put it up for sale. So they had, I've never even seen this before, they had the large outdoor trash cans that you put by your curb full of kitchen stuff. They had like 4 or 5 of those. And so I don't know how many houses they cleaned out, but you guys, I got some fantastic stuff there and spent more money there than I normally do because I found so much. He also had a just absolutely fantastic mid-century ceramic ashtray and then candy dish, like one of the tall candy dishes with a lid in those mid-century shapes. And it was one of those oversized ashtrays, but it was pretty pricey. So I did not pick that up. I also wasn't so sure about shipping it. But yes, fantastic stuff. But if you missed the beginning, I then had a fibromyalgia pain flare up. And so I've not even unloaded that stuff from my car. So everything today you will have seen before, except for one thing, and it will be at a cheaper price. But such good luck on Saturday. And I tried to go to some garage sales on Thursday. Like I had dollar bills in my pocket because I like to carry dollar bills when I go to the garage sales, and we got rained out. It was just gray and like sprinkly all day. It wasn't a heavy downpour, but garage sales did not. It wasn't the weekend for it. And then my daughter came to town. We went over to my niece's and she did her hair and makeup trial run for the wedding. And then I spent most of Sunday and Monday in bed. Unfortunately. But that's how it is sometimes. All right, we are going to get started. And if you missed it, this is what I picked up to wear in my hair for the wedding on Saturday. I cannot believe it is going to be the coldest day Saturday of like the 5 days before and the 5 days after. And it's an outdoor wedding. Oh, we will make it through. It will be fine. First up today, I'm going to jump right into it with the thing that you guys, you may have seen the picture I posted, but I have not had it in a video or a sale. And it is this gorgeous brooch. So it does have uranium stones. I'll show those to you in a minute. But it has these cracked glass. I mean, they're not big enough to be marbles, but they are round. These cracked glass pieces. And then some imitation pearls in here. You've got this gold filigree all the way around. Now it is unsigned. Here's the back. The pin works. I checked it. And let me... I have lost my measuring tape. I will use this one. It is just over 1.5 inches. So it's a nice size. So it is those 7 stones that are in between the cracked glass marble type. So the cracked glass, like marbles, I don't know how to describe them because they're round, are not uranium, but these 7 little stones around surrounding the center cracked glass marble are uranium. It is a nice size, and that is going to be $20, number 53. $20, number 53. I am going to try and get a static sale up, but if you regularly attend the lives. It's just going to be everything that's in my lives. And just doing it for people who can't make it to my lives. So next up is the 4 uranium shot glasses. These glow so, so pretty. And there is one that has a tiny chip. It's not this one. But here's what they look like. And this is the size they are. They are shot glass size. So one has a chip on the rim. Maybe 2 had a chip on the rim. I don't remember. So you're not even going to be able to see it. But the tiniest of flea bites right here. And this one is fine. And you got to remember that this depression uranium glass is, we're coming up on it almost being antique. Almost. So these are in really good shape considering. Okay, this one has a little, there you can see, defect in the glass right there. It's a rough spot if you run your finger over it. So all 4. And those are going to be $25, number 41. And sometimes I feel like I'm not showing off how beautiful and amazing these pieces are because I want to show you anything that might be wrong with it. And if you read through my policies, you know, I described everything as gently used in good vintage condition, but I am always going to point out anything that's wrong with it. So, you know, I've gotten pieces from other resellers before where like one piece had a ton of scratches in the glass, and that I went back and watched the live, and that had never been mentioned during the live. And so I always try and tell you guys exactly what's wrong with it, but sometimes I feel like I forget to tell you how wonderful it is and how amazing. Because I just want to be very honest and clear about condition issues. Next up is the clear glass flower frog. And this one, I do not believe has any cracks in it. Let me hold it up. I am not seeing any cracks at all. Sometimes they get cracks in between, but I don't see any cracks and no major chips. This is the size that fits down in the little Viking. Those little Viking bowls that have the 3 feet. They've got a specific name, but I can't remember. But this is that size. So not the bigger, like, flat ones. And we're looking at like 3 1/4 inches. And it's just $5, number 20. $5, number 20. Next up is the basic party light fairy lamp. No chips, no cracks. Thanks, Roxanne. Yeah, Barbie had gotten a hold of me and she's like, hey, did you send me extra packaging on purpose? And I'm like, no, I just overpackage. So this is like the very basic party light fairy lamp, 7 inches tall, no chips, no cracks. And I always include the color changing light inside of it. Unless it goes on clearance. I don't include it if it goes on clearance. And it is going to be $8, number 82. $8, number 82 today. And everybody around here has been like, ooh, I don't want the don't want the less sunlight during the day, don't want it the time change, and I'm not a fan of, oh, Roxanne's gonna take that. I'm not a fan of time change either, but I am looking forward to it being a bit darker longer because it's cozier. It's cozier. I can use my fairy lights. I can use my vintage lighting. It's just cozier, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm gonna write that down. Thank you, Roxanne. Next up, the Fenton. This is the first piece of Fenton I've got today. Reversed C. That's this pattern here. Compote. This is a nice size. And I love that it's got this lip under here. I just love the details on Fenton glass. Okay, so the top. Also, I've already been buying pumpkin spice things. I know. By the end of October, I will be sick of pumpkin spice. Oh, Lemmy, I got you down for it. Thank you. Lemmy's going to take the clear glass flower frog. But I am all about it. All about it. Although I was picking up ice cream and I'm on the phone with my sister and I'm naming off all the flavors to see what flavors she wanted. And Kroger, our supermarket here, already has out their brand of the candy cane ice cream. It's a little too early for that, but I'm enjoying my pumpkin spice things. 8 inches across and 5 1/4 inches tall. It's just gorgeous. And I've seen a lot of the pastel fall and pastel Halloween, which looks really pretty on here. So like Dollar Tree had the velvet pumpkins, the little ones. And how pretty would that be if you put those velvet pumpkins in here? It is $15, number 52, for a little bit of Fenton. And this is pre-1970s Fenton. It does not have the imprint Fenton on it. $15, number 52, for that gorgeous compote. All right, next up are these metal holiday candle holders. And I say holiday because they have Merry Christmas, but they also have Happy Birthday. Or you can take it out and just use it. It's got the little spike to put your candle down on. And every part of this is metal. So these little plates are metal. The candle holder is brass looking. It's awfully light. I think it's a brass colored aluminum. These are just the coolest thing. So happy birthday and Merry Christmas. You get the pair, and they're this size. $18, number 42. $18, number 42, for some very cool. I'm gonna go with 1950s candle holders. Next up, a little more Fenton. And you guys, I picked up more Fenton this past weekend. For the longest there, like, I was not finding any glass at all. Not Fenton, not anything. And in the last month, because I was going through a real dry spell of beautiful glass, in the last month, things have picked back up again. So I'm very pleased with that. So we have this Fenton Colonial Blue. It's got the threading on the outside. It's got the diamond pattern on the inside. The ruffles are all good. No chips or cracks. It's 3-footed with the little scroll feet. Again, with the details. And this does have Fenton on it. 1970s. It is 7 inches tall, and from its widest ruffle to its widest ruffle, it's 7 inches, but like for the actual inside for putting flowers in, like 4.5, from the inside, but 7 inches tall and 7 inches across if you're looking at its ruffles. And Colonial Blue is not quite as pretty as Blue Neek, Viking Blue Neek, but it's like the second prettiest blue. $25, number 45 for Fenton Blue vase. Set that down carefully. Next up are the paint by numbers, and if I remember right, they're 10 by 13. These were painted in 1953 by Molly Patrick. I'm trying to show them both of you at the same time so you can see how gorgeous they would look together. She did such a good job on these, and I love the pink and blue. Obviously, my kitchen's pink and blue and mint green. I love pink and blue together. So I'll remeasure just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure these are 10 by 13. And I can take the other one out of the frame for shipping, or I can ship the one that came in a frame. Yeah. 10 by 13. Now the picture itself, this is 10 inches. So the painting itself is a little bit smaller than that. But 10 by 13 on these. I absolutely love them. $18, number 56. $18, number 56. And honestly, if I could have thrifted a couple of matching frames, they'd be hanging on my wall right now. Good morning. How are you? Heather Elizabeth has joined us. Okay. Next up, more Fenton. So 2 weeks ago, I wasn't on last week. And if you're wondering where I was last week, because I did have a live schedule and then I did change it, Mom and Dad needed me. So that's kind of my priority right now. I can't do much to help them, like, physically, besides cleaning the pool, which I've been trying to keep up on cleaning the pool. But, like, my one sister who lives out of town, who's a school teacher, she came on Monday. And she mowed the lawn, she did the weed eating, she helped my dad build the swing frame for my mom's swing. It's does this have a specific name, or they just is a porch swing, but she needed a frame. Hello, good morning. So anyway, they needed me last Wednesday, so that's why I wasn't live. So we have the cabbage rose, which is my favorite pattern. It's so beautiful. And this is the candy dish because it has a lid. You guys, I found the compote this weekend. So I mentioned 2 weeks ago the difference between just the compote or the candy dish that is missing its lid. And pretty sure I found the compote. It's still in the car in the box. So, but lots of Fenton lately, you guys. No chips, no cracks on this. And it is 8 inches with the lid on. It is 6 inches without the lid, and across 5 inches. So classic Fenton in the cabbage rose with the lid. $15, number 81. $15, number 81. I'm going to very carefully set that over here. Okay, next up is this little pink perfume bottle. And I know it can be hard to tell that it is pink, but there's the color. And obviously this is just a hard bit of rubber inside there. So this is not working any longer. And there is one chip right here, right above my fingernail, one little chip on the corner of that. Now, I do believe that this is not paint depression glass. This was when they started to reproduce in the 70s, 80s, reproduce the pink glass. Good morning, Chad. So I do not believe, it does have a nice shiny bottom. I do not believe that this is depression glass. I do believe this was a reproduction from the 70s or the 80s. I could be wrong. Here is, and the top comes off, no issues at all. And I did take the top off and clean the inside, although it was pretty clean to begin with. And this is 5 inches tall with the lid on. $8. $8, number 93. Because it does have that chip at the one corner of the bottom of it. $8, number 93. Next up, a little bit of brass. Oh, the other thing that I found this past weekend was Mexican pottery. Some really pretty Mexican pottery. It's been a long time since I found any Mexican pottery too. So I'm so excited to get all of that in the house and get it clean and, you know, get a haul video up for you guys. Got some really great stuff. Has a bird on it. It's got a bird. So the back still has its hanger. That's what the back looks like. And this was listed as a phoenix on a couple of people's listings online. I think that that's up for interpretation, but you know. Okay, at its widest point, we are looking at 11¼ inches. And then at its longest point, 7¼ inches. And if I missed you coming in, hello, hello, welcome. So, brass fan, wall art, $8, number 37. $8, number 37. Next up is the Fenton Purple Bird. And I see Alice for the brass fan. Thank you, Alice. You know, I have a lot of glass books, but I don't have a specific Fenton one. So I can't tell you what the name of this color was, but it's absolutely beautiful. This is Fenton from the 1980s. No chips, no cracks. Nose is still in good condition. Nice polished bottom. And this gorgeous piece, $18, number 60. And it's this size. $18, number 60 for a little more Fenton. Next up is that little hand-painted trinket dish. It's signed. The artist signed this one. It has 3 feet and a very nice, clean interior. And no crazing and no chips or cracks. It's tiny. It is 3 inches, 3 inches wide. And it's a cream color. I love trinket dishes. Love them. Don't have room to collect them. So I sell them. $10, number 14. $10, number 14 for the hand-painted and signed little trinket box. That one's just got a lot of nice details. Next up is the weirdo lusterware toothpick bird. He does have, there's a spot where he has loss of his luster. Now I can't even find it. Oh, it's, or maybe he just didn't get, it didn't get all the way under his eyeball here. But just so you're aware of that. And I'm not feeling any chips on him either. Made in Japan. It's got to be a baby bird, right? Holding up his mouth for the mom to feed him. He's hilarious. Oh, Bridget, you have not lost your luster. He's just a little guy, 2¼ inches tall, from wingtip to wingtip, 2 3/4. So, tiny little guy. And he is $12, number 36. $12, number 36. Next up, I do not think that this piece is vintage, but I got it because it has a bunny. Picked this up at the garage sales on the Lincoln Highway Byway, and it's got the painted bunny on both sides, so I thought it was super fun. But this shellac makes me think it is modern and not vintage. It's got the sun. And size-wise, let's see. 6 inches long, 4½ inches tall. He's a fish. And he is just $6, number 46. I just love the bunny. $6, number 46. It's interesting that we've been doing this for 4 years now, my niece and I, with the Lincoln Highway Byway. And there are some people who set up every year, and they actively collect stuff all year long to set up at this garage sale. So this is a guy, we've been to his garage sale multiple times. He always has really cool, unusual stuff. And he just spends a whole year sourcing for this garage sale. So that's where I got the fishy from this year. And he's really nice too. All right, last thing today is my blue milk glass planter, which is huge. And it does have staining. Rust, hard water staining. And it could very well respond well to something like a CLR or a rust-off cleaner, but I am severely allergic to all of those. So I did not try. I mean, I gave it a good scrubbing, but that was the most I did. But it was used as an actual plant holder. And I could not find any more about the history of it, but it is blue milk glass. It's so amazing. Has a chip right there. Here's the bottom. And it's got some age on it, but I couldn't find anything about it. It's this big. I love it so much. Oh, I see it's getting dust in it sitting around here. So 7 1/4 inches across the mouth. And that's not the widest point of it. That's across the mouth. And then like 6 inches tall. And it is $15, number 57. $15, number 57. I love that, Alice. All right. Did anybody want me to go back through the things from the very beginning? Oh, Chad's going to take that one. Thank you, Chad. Chad, do you have any idea what company would have made that? Because I could not find it in any of my glass books. And of course, it does not come up under any image searches on eBay or Google. I tried it from every different angle. But I love it. I think it's amazing. I'm glad you're taking it. It's going to take a big box. Okay, so I will go over the things from the beginning. So the very first thing we had, yeah, I would agree, Chad. I just couldn't find it in any of my books. Okay, first thing we had is the brooch. Now, the round pieces are cracked glass. The uranium rhinestones are around this middle cracked glass. The cracked glass does not glow. So you've got 7 uranium stones on this one. And then you've got imitation pearls here around the outside. And this gold filigree, gold tone filigree. And it does work, but it's unsigned. And I was surprised it wasn't signed because it really is a nice brooch. And it's this size. So what did I say? 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches. And that is $20, number 53. $20, number 53. Had the 4 uranium shot glasses, which have gorgeous, gorgeous glow. They're this big, so tiny. One of them does have a chip on the rim, like a flea bite. I have to feel each of them to figure out which one it is. I don't know. One of them does, and then one of them has this little defect in the glass right there. So all 4 of those are going to be $25, number 41. $25, number 41. Ah, put those down before I break one. Being klutzy. Then we had the Fenton Reverse C patterned compote. It's absolutely gorgeous. That is $15, number 52. The very cool holiday candle holders. These are all metals. They've got the spike in the center for the candle. You've got your Merry Christmas, or you can switch it to Happy Birthday, or year round, you just use it like this. And this feels like the copper colored aluminum. They're very lightweight. And then each has the red felt on the bottom. Just a very fun little piece of decor. And these are $18, number 42. And then the Fenton Colonial Blue base with this ribbing on the outside and the diamond optic on the inside. No cracks, no chips. The ruffle's in really good condition. It's got the scroll feet, and this is Fenton from the 70s. And this one is $25. And then the last thing I'm going to show on the recap is the paint by numbers. They're 10 by 13. And you get both for $18. Number 56. And that's everything. So hopefully I can get a haul up soon for everything that I got on Saturday, because I'm so excited for you guys to see everything. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed. It's been a long time since I had such an easy day. Hey, Tiger. For, I only had to go 2 places and get a ton of fantastic items. That was great. So hopefully I get that up for you soon. And got my niece's wedding to look forward to on Saturday. And I'm super excited about that. Did you guys see my cat? Let me turn you a little bit. Harley. Harley, what you doing? Harley, what you doing? Hi, what you doing? She doesn't put in an appearance very often. So that's what I've got going on, and I will see you guys. Oh, and I'm also going to try and get out a static sale video just for people who haven't been able to get to my lives and see all the things I've got for sale. So I don't think the price will change on anything. I'll just do a review of everything I've had in the last couple of sales before I am selling new stuff next week. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys to see everything. Tiger, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. All right, I'm going to sign off. I'll see you guys later. Have a great week.